In this video, I would like to guide you through the shifts in our understanding of angles. We used to work with angles as part of triangles, and in trigonometry, we defined trigonometric ratios using angles in right triangles, triangles with the angle of 90 degrees. Now we're taking the angles out of the triangles and place them on coordinate plane in a specific manner. So we will fix the vertex of the angle at origin. One of its arm, we will fix that arm along the positive direction of x-axis, and the other arm will keep rotating as we change the measurement of the angle. This kind of position on coordinate plane is called standard position. This arm is called initial arm, and the second one, the one which is moving, is called terminal arm. Now, another concept which we need to introduce here is the concept of a pair of two angles called principal angle and related acute angle. I'm going to lead you through three cases involving three quadrants of coordinate plane. Let's remember how we label the quadrants of coordinate plane. Top right corner is the first one, and then we move anti-clockwise, second, third, and fourth. So the first quadrant is taking the measurements of angles from 0. As you can see, 0 angle overlaps with the positive direction of x-axis, means two arms of the angle are overlapping. And all the way until we find ourselves in the second quadrant. So the second quadrant takes the angles from 90 degrees until 180 degrees. The third quadrant will take angles from 180 degrees until 270 degrees. And finally, the last quadrant, which is the last quarter of a circle, is from 270 degrees all the way until 360. So once we reached 360 degrees, we have completed the full rotation. So going back to the pair of angles, principal angle and related acute angle. This pair of angles is reduced because they share the absolute value of sine, cosine, and tangent ratio. However, some of the ratios of the principal angle might be negative, depending on the quadrant. So first, let's see how the measurement of the principal angle and related acute angle are related. So the principal angle is right now the one who has its terminal arm in the second quadrant, the red one, and the initial arm is fixed in the positive direction of x-axis. Initial arm is always fixed, it never moves. The related acute angle is one which shows the distance from the terminal arm of the principal angle until the x-axis. So if you want to define the measurement of the related acute angle for this case, you ask yourself, how far away from 180 is 100 degrees? So the answer is 80 degrees. So the principal is going to be equal to 80 degrees. And it's this one, okay? This smaller related acute angle, so it's always acute. Okay, let's move on to the next quadrant. Once I cross 180 degrees, I find myself in the second quadrant. Let's take 200 degrees. Okay, so let me remind you that By principal angle, we mean all the space between the initial initial arm and the principal, the terminal arm. So this part of the circle is equivalent to 200 degrees. Now, in order to find the related acute angle for 200 degrees, I ask myself the same question. What's the distance from terminal arm to the x-axis, or how far away is 200 degrees from 180? So the answer is 20. So the related acute angle for 200 degrees is 20 degrees. Let's keep moving and let's take another big principal angle of 310 degrees. So it's all the way from the initial arm until the red one, which is called terminal arm. How far is it away from x-axis, or how far is it away from the complete rotation? So 310 degrees are 50 degrees away from 360. That's why the related acute angle for this principal angle is going to be 50 degrees.